Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Sorry to wake you up, bud. What time did you go to bed?
2, 3.
This morning?
He's scared
Okay,
as
so
hell.
it's not horrible. You got some sleep.
Yeah.
Even though the kids might have kept you awake some.
Yeah.
So I'm just here because they asked me to be here.
Okay.
Based on the situation, the kids haven't been in school. One of them is being homeschooled for the number of days that they haven't been in school.
Yeah.
So they got a few questions based on what they need to do as a school representative for truancy, okay?
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It sounds like you got some challenges here at the house. Your wife and you have different, schedules to probably try to handle the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's great. It sounds like you're trying the hardest you can to make the situation work, right? So, but they still have a job to do based on, their policies and.
Yes, we're just checking because
Y'all in that big nice ass house. Y'all better figure something out. Y'all got some sort of money, some sort of chicken coming in. Figure something out.
being at school.
What? And get these kids to
he's not in
school.
school today, and
Yeah.
I think it has to be in school. They're supposed to be in Nevada Learning Academy, but they haven't been, enrolled. So we're just concerned to see. We just want to check that they're all okay.
Yeah.
So that I can bring them back to school. What concerned me was that I heard the banging, and he said, "Let me out, open the door." He thought it was police. He's like, "Police, let me out." So, but then when I asked if he's okay, he stayed quiet. So I just want to make sure that.
Wait.
that I can see that he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
What the
And a kid
fuck?
like that, it makes sense that they would say, "Let me out."
Please let me out, so that I can. They're supposed to be in Nevada Learning Academy, but they haven't been, enrolled. So we're just concerned to see. We just want to check that they're all okay.
Yeah.
So that I can bring them back to school. What concerned me was that I heard the banging, and he said, "Let me out, open the door." He thought it was police. He's like, "Police, let me out." So, but then when I asked if he's okay, he stayed quiet. So I just want to make sure that I can see that.
Yeah,
he's
that mean
okay.
he not okay.
And a kid like that, it makes sense that they would say, "Let me out."
Police identify the man seen here as 41-year-old Jeffrey Scanlon, a father of 4 who
Jeffrey
eventually
Scandalous.
answered the door after a school truancy officer came to the family's home over some of the kids' repeated absences. But after initially knocking several times with no answer, the school official called police when they say they heard screaming and banging from inside the home.
Oh, that was a little
I'm sure
boy.
you have, like child kind of like.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I come in?
Yeah. He's a big kid.
I can come in?
Yes.
Okay.
He's half Samoan, so he's a big kid.
Oh yeah,
He's
probably got
autistic.
some meat to him.
Oh,
He
yeah.
crazy.
Once
as
inside,
fuck. Look, you seen this nigga eyes when he came through the door? Watch when he crossed the threshold. This nigga's a demon.
He's half
Look at this
Samoan,
nigga eyes.
He's a big.
What the fuck? Oh, hell no. But you know what I got to do? You know I got to get my thumbnail. You know, man? Some people might feel some type of way, but not be interrupting the video to get my thumbie. But you know what I have to say to those people? Eat a dick.
Oh yeah, probably got some meat to him.
Oh, yeah.
motherfucking
once inside, police catch an alarming sight. A metal cage-like structure built right into the living room with an 11-year-old child trapped inside.
What?
But that's not all. Officers reportedly observed feces smeared on the floors and walls, along with piles of trash scattered around the room. Jeffrey is quick to offer up an explanation.
We had to do this because it keeps him from kicking holes everywhere in the house.
Does he have like, he doesn't hit his head on the walls or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
You old fat neck ass
How
nigga.
about the other children then? They're supposed to be in school. Are you
Yeah, they're upstairs.
able to get them down here?
Yeah.
Hey, Sarge.
The officers check to make sure the other kids are alive and well before another investigator arrives with more questions about the child in the enclosure.
Yeah.
This set up for him?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let the video play, but I just want to say this. I'm pretty sure the reason as to why they're treating that child like that is simply because he's autistic. Simply for that reason. Because I know a lot of the questions, oh man, people might be watching this like, damn bro, why have kids if you're gonna treat them like this? A lot of people, crazy motherfuckers, I feel like they treat their kids like that when they come out with certain disabilities, because I don't know, maybe they feel as if, I don't know. I don't even know where I was trying to go with that. I was trying to go somewhere and take it somewhere like deep, but man, I'm gonna just go ahead and play the video and shut the fuck up. But you kind of get what I was trying to say. They got him caged up like a fucking animal because he has a disability. I guarantee you that's the only reason why. If they got other kids, if the other kids aren't caged up like animals, which I don't think they are, then that right there is the reason as to why he's doing it, and that's extremely fucked up. And he needs to DIE. Okay.
Part Samoan.
Yeah, half Samoan kids. He's
Very strong.
he just turned 11, but he's
And who's this bitch?
super
The
strong.
mom?
Yeah, I mean, he's ripped off cabinets.
Got a fat ass neck too.
His
Makes
room
sense.
upstairs, he kicked a hole all the way through into my bedroom.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
So to keep him from destroying the house, we try to keep him in here.
He doesn't know how to unlock.
No.
Wow.
Well,
Nigga's not
on this
destroying the
one, we had
house.
to
Y'all disown him because he has a disability.
And then on
Oh,
the other
okay,
door-
okay.
On the other door, we have a key lock.
Okay.
So.
Because I mean, some of them are very observant and
Dude, they
smart.
are.
Smart
they
in ways
are-
that we don't expect sometimes.
Oh, they're so sharp. Him and my daughter, they're both autistic.
So my concern as a
So they're all
safety
autistic.
officer is what happens in case of a fire.
That can be cut right there. It's just tied up. So that door opens right up. And the other one has
It does. You fat motherfucker. It doesn't open right up if it needs to be cut.
lock.
So he could open it and yank it.
No, it's just tied up right now. It's just tied up.
Right.
But I mean, technically, it
Okay.
opens right up.
Okay.
Yeah, they were concerned about that when they installed it.
Yeah. And that's what we're looking for is the safety of the
Yeah.
situation. Did you want to go up and get the kid?
Nigga look like Queso with an
Jeffrey
Albert
explains
Einstein
he has
fro.
2 children living with autism, but keeps only the older 11-year-old boy behind bars due
Told
to
you.
his strength and alleged destructive tendencies. Seconds later, the father of 4 offers up an explanation for the kid's absences.
Father of 4.
They've been sick for about the last couple of days.
We're good. She doesn't need to come all the way down. Or do you have questions?
Yes, the fuck she does.
Okay.
Yes, the fuck she does.
Yeah, they've had the
She
flu
shouldn't even be
about
standing
all
next to him.
last week. It started with him, and they were throwing up, and she caught it, he caught it, whole house got it, except
Okay.
for me, so.
Okay.
That's all
and
bullshit.
that wasn't related to the school though. Did they have the flu? Okay. So communications, communication is huge. All right. So no matter what, call the school. Because I've even had like casinos call us to check on employees.
Okay.
Casinos, adults, check on their adults.
Yeah.
Because the adults didn't call in sick or this or that, and it's been 2 days. So we even have, big corporations calling on adults, employees to make sure they're okay.
Okay.
So big thing is communication. Call the school, say, hey, she's not feeling well, stomach flu.
Okay.
Be out for 1 day, maybe 5 days or whatever. Same with whatever other children. So that way they have an understanding what's taking place.
And
Jeffrey tells police the
if you
family
have to explain that to somebody, they're not a good parent.
has been sick with the flu, but that doesn't get him off the hook so easily.
Yeah, when we were knocking, we were like, well, maybe they both share a car and go to work together or something, So.
Yeah, I was passed out and didn't know if it was just.
Right, pounding or not.
Yeah.
And so his speech isn't very good right now, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
When he was first born, he didn't actually start talking until he was about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
We thought he was just going to be nonverbal for his whole life.
Yeah.
But, he's been going to school, and basically all his verbal skills are basically just what he wants and then what he copies and hears off of the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah, 'cause I
trying to
tried
sit here and make it seem like he's a good
through
parent.
the window, through the plywood, just to make sure he was good. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, are you okay? Everything good? Because he was boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And of course, the way it sounds because of his size, it sounded horrible.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, he's not screaming like he's in pain or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I don't see any cause to be concerned at that aspect because he's yelling.
Yeah.
Because some kids on the spectrum, that's what they do.
Yeah.
I was just like, as long as he's, if he's using his head like some of them do, as long as he has a helmet or something like
Bro, this motherfucker is look at his
that.
face.
But yeah, he
That
doesn't
nigga is
look like he's had
crazy.
any injuries or anything like that, so that's good.
Yeah, we've had to, all this plywood we've had to put up just so he doesn't break windows.
Yeah, I noticed the one window was broke.
Yeah.
I mean, that made sense when I seen it. I'm like,
Does he know the deal coming out?
no, I didn't say nothing.
Okay.
I was about to start yelling in there, and so I walked out and took a couple deep breaths.
Yeah, I was just trying to play cool and keep him talking.
Once I told,
Yeah, that nigga's insane.
I told him the truancy. I'm like, right now I'm leaving the kid right there because I don't need to have to wrestle an 11-year-old autistic kid now.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for everything.
Yeah, I mean, the kid is that for me?
No, that's 211.
Oh. They said, because it's been about an hour.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah. Unit score 4.
But so it's just when the detectives come here, we have everything set up so we can talk to them. I can talk to them just as long as we have people in there.
While waiting for detectives to arrive, the officer calls CPS to give them a rundown of what's going on.
So the situation is we're gonna need somebody out in route here. So we got
Calling all the wrong
SVU
people.
on
He
the
need to
way.
call Batman. He need his ass whooped.
Their most autistic child, whose name is basically caged into the downstairs living area. And when I say caged.
Nicolas Cage, nigga.
He's naked.
Caged.
There's feces around. It's extremely messy in the area, and windows are boarded up. So when our SVU gets here, I don't know what children may need to go with you guys, but this is extremely autistic, very strong young boy, because he tears apart the house. He's teared cupboards off the wall and stuff like that. He's just strong and very destructive as a child, with his level of autism. He doesn't have. I'm surprised he doesn't have a helmet on. So he's not banging his head against things.
And even if that's the case, because the other children are out, they're not locked up. You still don't lock your fucking child up like an animal. That's never the solution. I don't give a fuck if he tore the roof off of that house. You don't lock him up, butt ass naked, in a cage with shit smeared everywhere.
But like he was pounding on the plywood that's over top of the windows, and it was, I mean, you could hear it from the street. I mean, just thuds, 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 thuds. But when I was trying to ask him his name and stuff, he couldn't. He's not cognitively able to answer questions. So with that, I mean, he's been out of school for a while, I guess, and I mean, I could understand why in a sense. You'd almost have to have a specialist come into the house and meet with him. They've been sick though too. It looks, I don't see that, it doesn't appear that the kids look sick right now, but there was some sickness going on last week, like throwing up, flu kind of stuff. All 4 children are in the home, so all the walls are open, but across the main entrance into the room that he's in, it's like a metal fencing that goes from the floor to the ceiling, like a bar, the metal black bars you would see probably like as a fence to go into the backyard or something like that.
Literally built a cage inside of the house.
In a sense, yeah. I mean, it's not, shabby looking. It looks like they had it installed semi-professionally or something. I mean, it's put in there well. It's just, it's a cage.
That's even fucking crazier. So y'all spent money, a good amount of money, to treat y'all son like a fucking animal, when y'all could have used that money to put him in some sort of facility, give him treatment, give him help. You don't fucking lock him. I'm not even gonna keep.
I didn't see a bed. I see like a couch kind of thing. So he's probably sleeping on the couch. Well, without going in there and testing it, it looks like there's some on the walls and possibly on the floor. It doesn't look like he has direct access to a restroom. We haven't gone into the caged area. SVU, when they get out here, I'm sure they're gonna go through that whole thing.
Next, the children's mom arrives when officers get a chance to confront her for the first time. Let's see how that goes.
Hey, you Misty? Hey, so we got called here. My name is Officer Bovey. We got called here because the Clark County School District truancy officers were tasked to come out here to try to make contact, make sure the kids are okay. All right. So that's why we came out here, was to assist them. Based on them not making contact, they could hear some screaming from the inside. So that's where we went ahead and they called us to assist and try to figure out what the situation was, okay? So we came here, and their job was to make sure that the kids were okay because they haven't been in school, right? And nobody's been calling the school to give the updates. So they weren't aware that the children were sick. So your husband, we're talking to him right now, he informed us that they were sick, and that was one reason why they were out of school. But there was also concerns based on, you know, we heard the yelling from the inside, the pounding on the inside. You know, what's the real situation?
Y'all remember the mean ass bitch, the principal from Matilda? The moment she opened up her car door and got out, that is the first person that I thought of.
Police identify the woman seen here as 46-year-old Misty Scanlon, who's about to face some questioning of her
Misty
own.
Scanlon.
Does that make sense? So that brought up, yeah, we see that, we understand that, and we know that's a challenge. So based on that, going in there, talking to your husband was asleep, so it was hard to get him up. He finally came to the door, so we were talking to him, trying to understand the whole situation of everything. Does that make sense? So based on that, we're here now. We're going to be sticking around for a little bit. We got a few more questions to ask and go from there. Does that make sense? Did you leave work early? All right. Well, thanks for coming out early. You got some
Yeah,
questions,
thanks,
sir?
bitch. Thanks.
Just so you know, and I was letting your husband know, the school truancy, whatever that is, that's a concern of ours, right? And then obviously they can get
Nice ass neighborhood. Nice ass house. You would never ride past here and think that this sloppy built ass bitch got her son caged up, butt ass naked in the house. Would never think that. Crazy world that we live in, man. And the more that I watch these videos, and I'm not saying this to say that I'm perfect, and I say it all the time, I don't place myself on any pedestal. But humans, we are a horrible fucking species. We suck, dude. We fucking suck. We suck. The shit that we do to each other, bro, is just...
of the house, you come in, you see kids cage,
Sucks,
things
bro. It really
everywhere,
does.
right? It's a concern of ours. So right now, what we're waiting for, one of our detectives to come down, we'll talk to you guys, make sure that everything's good. If everything's good, then we're going to get out of your hair, and then we'll go from there, okay? But obviously, when we open a door and you see a cage and a kid and things everywhere in disarray, it concerns us. So that's what we're going to figure out. That way, you're not like, hey, what are they doing? We're here, we're waiting on the detective. We'll talk to you. We'll do an interview. As soon as the interview's done, we'll figure out where we go from there. Does that make sense? Okay.
Hey, real quick, no weapons in your purse or in a house or anything like that? Where are they at?
There, put away.
Put away where?
There might be some
In the garage? They're not upstairs or anything?
we have some upstairs.
Were they in the master bedroom? Okay. So the boys share these rooms up here, right? All right, they don't have access to that right now? Okay.
Are they in a safe or are they in something that they can't get access to?
They're in our room. We only
It's in your room?
No.
Okay.
The room's locked? All right. Let's stay out of your room for now until the detectives get here and we'll go from there. I'm going to let Callahan know not to let everybody go through.
Okay, come on in. So, sorry, it's a little warm up there.
Now, back inside the home, investigators have a few words of advice for the suspects.
Now that your wife's here and stuff like that, there's going to be a little bit more movement.
Need to give
Just wanna
them a
make sure there
break.
wasn't any
Fuck
weapons.
advice.
She mentioned about some shotguns upstairs, so we just asked that nobody go upstairs into the bedroom. Okay. So, yeah, the double doors, we don't want anybody to go up there. There's just shotguns that aren't necessarily, they're not the gun safe, right? They're just secured up there. So that way, it's just a safety thing that we have to go through. So,
I understand.
yeah. When did you have this installed then?
A few years ago. It was probably 6 years ago.
Oh wow, okay. So he was strong at a young age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Please, buddy.
So he's so y'all had this nigga incarcerated for 6 years. This nigga just got out of a 6-year bid.
That's just part of his stimming. He just,
Oh yeah.
You know,
That's
No
yeah,
money on his books.
So we
no
actually
commissary.
have,
no yard time.
the-
No friends.
The good thing about this is we can start a conversation and stuff. We have a team right now. They're called Crisis Response Team, and their main goal is to help people like this in this situation, having these challenges and things like that, no matter what the age is, because they're from kids all the way up to 80-year-olds. So when we and they also help with like suicidal people as well, but they come and help and provide.
I know that house stank. I know they smell that shit. I know that shit smell is lingering all through the house. For them to have that, their shit smeared all over the floor and in the wall in there.
Resources, try to help out with finding a program, a plan, things that can help out the family. Because I know he's grown up with it, you've grown up with him and stuff in this realm. But sometimes you get stuck in the same patterns and don't realize, all of a sudden 2 years later, there's more resources out there, but you haven't looked for resources for 2 years. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there might be more resources out there that you're not even aware of.
Okay.
I know sometimes the schools are very good at helping with resources as well, but they have their protocols or people they work with.
Look at that shit, man.
But they have their protocol.
Yep. That shit is from the ground up. Look, that's definitely professionally put in. These motherfuckers, man. So what? So the officer asked a really, really good question earlier. He said, what would happen in case of a fire? So what would y'all do? After y'all would cut whatever y'all would have to cut to open it, y'all would drag his big, naked, shitty ass outside, and y'all don't think anybody would ask what? This shit is just getting worse and worse by the second.
Calls or people they work with, and we're kind of independent in a sense that our team, it's a newer team, so it's probably why you haven't heard of it, but they're newer at dealing with these situations, or not with these situations, dealing with helping people. So, but they're able, because they're new, they're grabbing all this information everywhere they can come from. And one of the main officers has an adult child that's on the spectrum, and so he knows exactly what it's like, between the different triggers and things like that, and they might grow out of a trigger and develop another trigger, so they're a really good team that understand the situation and could help you with additional tools. Okay. That makes sense.
The officer keeps the suspects talking before reinforcements arrive to speak with the child in the enclosure, who doesn't appear to be happy with the situation.
All of that is shit. That's shit. He's 11 years old. He is big as hell.
Bubble guppies? Oh, the gate opened. You have beautiful voice. I love to hear you talk. Can you tell me something else? The gate opens soon? Yes?
He's 11
Would that make you happy?
years old?
Oh, I can't wait to make you happy, buddy.
Get open!
Whoever installed this shit needs to go to jail. You knew exactly why this motherfucker wanted this shit in his house. To do some foul shit. I wouldn't care how much money somebody offered. I would never build nothing like this in nobody's house. I'm not gonna help you do some foul shit to somebody, especially your son. And now that I'm looking at it, did the dumbass nigga build it with the lock on the inside rather than the outside? That's why you have it tied up. And not only that, nigga, you can stick your hand through all of this. So not only do we need to take whoever built this and place this here to jail, right? We need to slap that nigga in the back of his neck. He's stupid. Fucking horrible design. Why put the lock on it? You put the motherfucker inside the cage where wherever it's supposed to be locked in is supposed to be locked in, and then you leave a big fat ass hole to where all you have to do, even if the lock was placed in the correct position, all you have to do is reach your fucking entire body through the other side to unlock it. I'm not even gonna say don't piss me off. That's already been done.
He doesn't answer.
12 million people in rural America depend on Medicaid. Cutting Medicaid would devastate access to health care in rural America. More than 200 rural hospitals have already closed or cut back services. Tell Congress to protect Medicaid.
Hello?
Stupid ass shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, man.
I know you want the gate open, baby. We're working on that right now.
So this is the outside, but even still, that's why they have the thing on it. So they're on the outside right now. Doesn't matter. My point is still valid, nigga. This is a fat ass gap. Then you have it. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. Whoever built this is a moron. Moron. So you had to tie it. Because he just kept opening the motherfucker up and getting out. Y'all are stupid as hell. No way. No fucking way. Look how dirty it is. I still can't get over this shit. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
We're working on the gate right now, sweetheart.
Here we can see inside the room, with boarded up windows and what investigators said is feces and trash. Let's continue.
Hey, can we talk about the words you know?
I thought they were inside the whole time. They're on the other side of the gate.
You like the gate open? Why? Do you like the gate open?
Yes.
Oh. Do you like to be back here?
Go back here.
Here, in this room. Do you like this room?
He big than a mother.
Hey, buddy. Do you like this room? Or do you... Out? Yeah.
Bro, get him out of there. For real.
Get him in.
You want the gate open?
Get him out of there.
You like
this
the
is
gate
disgusting.
Open? Yeah.
This is sick, bro.
Soon. See you real soon. So guess what? Guess what? Soon, gate open. Yeah, soon, gate open.
Oh, he got drawers on at least.
Soon.
He's got drawers on, okay.
Soon enough, emergency
So he's not butt-ass
services
naked. He got drawers on.
grant the 11-year-old's request.
Still sick.
Remember when we talked about gate open?
Get him in.
Gate open, that's right, bud. Soon. Gate open soon.
You guys ready?
Okay, we're ready to serve.
What's taking so long to get the gate open?
They're contained, right?
Yes.
heads that way. You are going to be primarily focused on
A bed.
Yeah, a bed. We're going to open gate and go bed. Open gate, sit bed. Open gate, sit bed. Open gate, sit bed.
Oh, the shit police officers and EMS see on a day-to-day basis is mind-boggling, bro.
Battery level is low. We'll just wait. Hold on, just wait 1 second.
Yeah, they were waiting on EMS. Makes sense.
Yep.
Who's in the back?
Oh, anyway.
Who is that?
Ready?
Who is this?
Yep.
Is that somebody from CPS? Yeah, it's got to be a social worker.
Oh, anyway. Ready?
Going to the bed.
Yay! Here we go. Right to the bed.
Officers open the gate and secure the child safely onto a stretcher to be evaluated.
There's Teddy. We got the teddy bear.
So we just have somebody stay for something just so it doesn't reach over.
Yeah, we're gonna. If it's cool, we'll both go in the back with you guys. Cool.
Play.
Yeah, get him out of there, bro. Get the fuck away from him.
Jeffrey and Misty Scanlon were arrested and each booked for 1 count of child abuse and neglect. The couple later pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor child neglect charge and were each sentenced to 1 year of probation.
So you mean to tell me these motherfuckers they built a cage in the house for 6 years, made this nigga sleep in horrible conditions, locked him up with shit and piss everywhere, boarded the fucking windows up. He was in there damn near naked. Hasn't been going to school. How in the fuck do we allow these people to treat their son this way? And we only give them a year of probation. I need to get the fuck out of here. Hey man, get y'all chicken up. Get you a passport and get the fuck up out of here, man. Cause yeah, I can't do it, man. The government sucks. Y'all niggas suck. How? Look at these niggas. How? Look at them. They're going to fucking do it again.